All of you have been hearing about AI, and maybe you think you should use it in your business. You hear about it working, not working. We don't know what to do. So let's ask 4 AIs how to use AI in your business. So these are paid versions of every single one of these accounts. So we're getting the best of the best of the best. If you're not paying for AI, that's fine. You get a certain amount of the best models for free. Find the one that you like. I find that all of them have their own capabilities. So we're going to start off asking, what are the companies that are using AI the best? All right, so we can ask this from a simple question and it will go into the data it's already trained on and it will ask. But what I'm going to say is do research and tell me what are the companies that are using AI the best right now. And so that way you force the AI to go and do the research for you. And then we just listen to each of these AIs and see what they have to say. Get away from the politics of all of it, right? You have people that hate Elon Musk, so they're never going to use Grok. You have people that love Elon Musk, so they're always going to use Grok. What you want to do is use the best tool that makes you money, regardless of the politics. Here we're asking ChatGPT, what are the companies that are doing AI the best right now? So we can start breaking down, how do we use it for ourselves? We're going to be looking at the AI companies themselves. So OpenAI, Google, which is its parent company is Alphabet, Microsoft, Anthropic, which has Claude, NVIDIA, which is building the infrastructure for all of the AI companies to use, and IBM's trying to get back in the game. I don't know if I would actually call that a best company right now. I'm curious what the other platform said. Grok, what's interesting about Grok is it can pull from X, the X platform, formerly Twitter. Hate that we even have to still say that, but it's going to give us all of that most recent info. So we have NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Alphabet, OpenAI, Amazon 100%, Meta. Yes, even though they're a little behind, they seem to be having team problems. All of them have team problems because they're poaching so much. Anthropic, Tesla, I would definitely call this an AI-led company. They're more about the embodiment of AI between their androids and their cars. IBM, yes, they have Watson, but they're more behind than the other company. They're not at the edge. Adobe, they have Firefly. They're in Gen AI, so they're making the videos, they're making the graphics. I still wouldn't put them at the forefront. There's models that are way ahead of them in terms of popular use and people that are using it to actually create content, but I wouldn't count Adobe out quite yet. The reason that Amazon is so vital is because they can take all of the chips from all of the manufacturers and use that in their cloud, and so you can rent the AI that you need. Most of you guys aren't going to be doing this. So what I'm seeing here, and we're getting it, the tech giants coming out of Anthropic's Claude. Here we're mentioning Palantir. People love to hate them as well because they are a data platform that the military and the police use. And then you have Walmart, they're getting into AI. Uber's getting into AI, but I wouldn't call them necessarily AI companies, but they are leveraging it in the way that you want. As you see here, AI agents to help employees be productive. Agents or agentic AI, this is AI that goes off and does something for you. Instead of tell me how to write the landing page, how to create the website, what's the copy that I should have on there, what's the design that I need, it'll actually just go out there and create it for you. So this is kind of telling us who the leaders are. And then again, we're getting some different answers from Google's Gemini. They're telling us Klarna, so that's payments, Walmart for logistics, Moderna for drug discovery, that's been a big one, JP Morgan Chase. Straight up, I would say that we're getting AI leaders for the infrastructure from ChatGPT and we're getting it from Grok. The ones that I think did best here are actually Claude and Gemini, because they gave us the companies that are using the AI, not necessarily the companies themselves. Let's go and see what they have to continue to say. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting across different styles of businesses from ChatGPT, so they did a pretty good job. We have industry leaders, Salesforce, big CRM, that's where they collect all the data. All of you should be having a CRM. If you don't have a place where you're keeping all of your client data outside of a spreadsheet, or you're writing it down somewhere, that's a problem. You need to have a tool. Buildwise Media, we give one away for free to our clients. Now, here we go. Emerging and specialized AI innovators. I think this is more what you all want to be looking at in terms of tool set. Cursor, this is where you can create software. Maybe you're not thinking of necessarily building a piece of software right now. Maybe you think of, man, I wish there was an app for that. It's getting to the point where you can just simply tell AI what you want and it'll create it for you. Perplexity AI, highly recommend that for search. It will tap into the various AI models. It's a better search engine. One of the really cool side benefits of it is if you are reading news on Perplexity, which is what's become my default, you can actually ask questions to the AI from within the article and go deeper on a topic if you want to. DeepSeek, I would avoid like the plague. That's a Chinese model. It has been known to infect computers, and they're going open source because that's how they're trying to spread. I would use American models. If you're in the United States, they're going to be more secure. Even with their security problems, you're going to want to use them over and above a foreign adversary, foreign competitor. We're learning different types of companies that are out there that are using AI. We're learning about the models. I'm gonna go back and say ChatGPT. I like the big companies here that Gemini used. But if you see a full breakdown of not just who the AI companies are, but looking at the tech giants, looking at the industry leaders, and looking at the emerging and small businesses that are coming up that are AI companies themselves, I would say that ChatGPT really killed it here. But this isn't going to help us really. This is helping us know what's going on, but we need to figure out how do we use it in our business. So we need to now ask, what are these companies doing to be, let's call it AI native or AI first? If everything's going AI, we used to, back in the day, 80s, 90s, advertise in a phone book in the yellow pages, and people would name their companies AAA just so they could be on the very first page of the yellow pages. And then the internet took over and people thought that it was just a fad. There's literally an article out there that shows that it was saying it was just a fad. And then the people that didn't adopt the internet fell behind. And even today, there's American manufacturers and distributors that are still using fax machines, which blows my mind. If you don't have a website, it absolutely crushes your business, and you need your website to sell. Not using AI now is like when electricity first came into being, and people are going, oh, it's dangerous, don't use it. And you know, what's that electricity thing? I can just use my gas lamp, whatever. It's going to destroy jobs. You know, the gas lighter, he's not going to have a job anymore. Look, AI is going to be everywhere, just like electricity. The sooner you learn how to use it and adopt it for your business, because it's doubling in power every 6 months, further you're going to be ahead of your competitors. And it's going to get to where it's moving so fast because you've adopted it. Literally, your competitors won't be able to catch you because the AI is getting to where it will self-improve. So let's say, what are these companies doing to be AI first? What are these companies doing to be AI first that small to medium size service businesses in the United States can adopt to grow their business and not get put out of business because of AI? We could ask this, of course, in a million different ways. And the thing that I want you to think about, no one thinks it's going to happen to them. Almost 100% of the people that I've ever talked to about their particular job, AI won't impact me. Talk to a server. Oh, people are going to want the human experience. When's the last time you wanted to tip your server 20% of the bill because they were just so awesome, or you gave them that extra amount of money because they were just absolutely amazing, talked to you just the right amount, showed up when you needed them to? They're getting replaced by a robot. We see the checkout people getting replaced by robots. When's the last time you enjoyed sitting on hold waiting for a customer service person? When an AI is able to handle it, you just rather get the job done. More purchases are being made because of AI on websites. We simply want cheaper and better. So even if AI is 80% of what a human can do, you're still going to opt for cheaper. There is a AI doctor that's coming out in the next 2 years that you'll be able to go to for, ready for this, $4. and it can write you prescriptions. Do you still want to pay your $30 copay just so you can take the time to drive in and go see a doctor, spend an hour, hour and a half out of your day? Then you need to wait for the prescription, then you got to go pick up the script, or do you want to pay the $4 and have it all done for you? We just want cheaper, and it's going to be better. In a lot of cases, the AI is better. It will happen to you. For home services, for construction, it's going to take a little bit longer to be super disruptive because there's manual labor involved, but that's where the robots are coming in. So that gives a bit of an extension, but you still want all of your revenue operations, all of your marketing. You want all of that lead follow-up to be done via AI. So you don't have to hire a whole bunch of people to be able to have a fully baked system in your company that just feeds you high quality leads. So let's copy this and put this into every platform. Or here's the big thing that ChatGPT is highlighting is these people aren't adding AI. It's not a bolt-on. They're redesigning their business to use AI as a default. At BuildWise Media, we talk about thinking AI. Have a question, ask AI first. Need to try something, do it with AI first. Thinking about hiring somebody, can we do it with AI first? This is how you automate your business. This is how you save money. This is how you get leverage. This is how you move faster. And then you take the team that you already have and they become the supervisors of the AI because you taught them what great looks like. And so they're the ones that monitor the now worker bots. Let's go back to the electricity example. You don't think about the fact that you come in and you flip on power in your home. You don't think about turning on the AC necessarily at your office. You just hop in your car and everything turns on with the press of a button. That is the power of electricity and how far it's disappeared. What you want to do in this situation with AI is urging you to be early. Adopt it now. Turn it into your electricity to where it disappears in the background and you're getting advantages that your competitors can only imagine. And by the time they finally think about it, it's too late because you're already so far ahead of them. And if you are in a business that does require some sort of manual labor, that you'll be able to use robots because you've saved so much money, because you've made so much revenue, because of your use of AI, you'll have the capital available when the robots show up. You'll be able to buy them, lease them, start using them, figure out how to apply them to your business, bring down your cost of labor and be the first to market, second to market, but be early. So that way, when your competitors start thinking about the robots, when they save up enough money to be able to get them, you've already figured out how to beat them. You've already figured out how to use the technology to your advantage, and you will be the number one player in your market, and people will just not be able to catch up to you. All right, so this is saying that we want to be first. So these are the big companies. They're racing to put AI agents into business software. Again, here at BuildWise Media, we have stopped building websites and we now have learned how to have AI agents. That's the AI that goes off and does things for us. They're the ones that are writing the copy. They're the ones that are creating the offer. They're the ones that create the ads. They're the ones that create the website and the landing pages and all of that. And then we have humans that know what great looks like to supervise the output from these agents. And when they need a little tweaking, we tell them what to do and it gets done in a fraction of the time. I remember the very first website that I ever had done for me, it took months. And then even when I started this company, it would take us 2 months, and then it was 6 weeks, and then it was 4 weeks. Now with AI, we can have everything done in 30 minutes. We want AI inside of the CRM. We want it helping us with our emails. We want it to help us with our books. We want it to help us manage jobs, want to help us write estimates and proposals, to summarize calls, to generate content for us, to follow up with customers, to create the checklists for our business so that everybody knows exactly what to do. You need some sort of source of truth. And I love this, right? So SMB translation. What is one thing that's currently irritating you that would help you grow your business, save money? So think in terms of, is it going to save me money or is it going to make me money? And then apply AI to that one thing. Learn how to do that one thing in your business. And then you go on to the next problem and you keep solving it with artificial intelligence. AI agents, you're hearing this more and more, and it's going to become popular big time throughout 2026. We talked about it a lot in 2025, but they're getting really good now. You can start using tools that have AI built into it, and that's how how you start adopting AI. And then you start getting good at having a conversation with one of these models, ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, and you figure out which AIs work the best for you in what kind of circumstance. But you got to get in there and play with it. You learned how to use the internet, you can learn how to use an AI. It's just a conversation, and it gets easier over time. How to collect payments, how to handle inbound leads, how to get more reviews. So our AI that we provide to our clients, we have one that handles inbound leads, and it can handle it on their website and on the phone. We don't do collections for people, but we do have text to pay, which gets you paid faster. And we do have an AI that collects the reviews from customers and gets those up on Google reviews. So that way you can grow your local SEO, which is important for getting business in your local service area. The SOPs are huge. You need to have your business organized. If it's not quite there, you want to start having your team members build those, and they can use that, or they can do that with artificial intelligence. You want to collect all of your data. So let's say that you're not super organized. That's okay. If you AI can go through your data and start telling you more about your business and uncovering ways that it can help you, and it can start selling better for you. It can start marketing better for you. This is where, say, Google currently has with Gemini leverage, because it can go into your Google environment, read all of those files, and start making better recommendations for what's stored in Drive. But you're also going to see this with Microsoft Gemini coming up. All right, if we're looking at Grok with the same question, practical steps for SMBs to get started, assess and prioritize. This is finding out where you need it, build skills. This is a little less helpful. This is, instead of watching this video saying, hey, go figure out what you want to do, buy a course, come up with a metric and try it. But I mean, it's right, just a little less, hey, this is what you do next. If we're now looking at Claude, the gap is widening fast. Growing SMBs that use AI lead adoption, growing SMBs that use AI lead adoption at 83%. More and more small to medium-sized service businesses are using it. Large companies aren't building everything from scratch. Like I mentioned, you can just get the tools, focus high impact revenue generating use cases, or you're saving a ton of money. Yeah, marketing content creation that was where it first started. Customer service automation is where it's at now. Scheduling and operations. Google Gemini updated inside of the Google Calendar. It's making it easier to move meetings around and book across multiple calendars, which if you save 5 minutes every time that you have to do that over the course of the year, you save hours. All of these little changes stack up over time. Proposal and quote generation. Definitely don't need to do that from scratch. You can build a custom GPT inside of ChatGPT, which is really helpful. That's where they lead. It also ChatGPT has memory, so it starts remembering things about you and your business. That's also super useful. But yeah, SMB approach, according to Claude here. Pick one pain point, like we talked about, implement the solution, measure the results, and expand to the next area. Boom, AI is telling you what I just told you. Therefore, I'm going to give Claude a thumbs up. And then here's tools that you can use. Just take a screenshot, start there, or reach out to us and we can help you out. Here's what Gemini says. AI for handling customer service stuff. Gives you another use case from Duolingo. They have client nurturing so it can follow up with leads. That's really great. JP Morgan predictive cash flow using QuickBooks Online. So that way you can query your data, your finances, and learn more about where the gaps and opportunities are. That's a very Harvard-y thing to do. You hear about where they write these case studies, and that's how people learn. And you're getting these from Gemini, which is really cool. All right, so this is what the 4 AIs are, where you can see where the models have different opinions and approaches, although it does boil down to this. Where's a place in your business that you can start making money or saving money? Have AI tackle that problem for you. Does it increase or decrease what you're looking for? Are you looking to save? You want something to decrease? Are you looking to make more revenue? You want those numbers to increase. And then once you figure out the solution, you get good at it, move it on to the next problem.